guys, how's it going? We are back at my sister-in-law Alyssa's house. We're in her vegetable garden. We've been working on this unused RV parking space area, turning it into an area that's productive and that she can grow some things in. It's been such a fun project. We are partnering with Gardener's Supply again for this video. They've sent out a bunch of fun stuff for us to kind of complete it. We got here just a little bit ago and we started in by kind of clearing some weeds, and then we are putting a fresh layer of gravel down. It's looking so nice. You know, we trenched the water lines over here so that we could have drip in all of these raised beds. In that process, it kind of messes the gravel up, brings some dirt up. So it really is kind of a final, it's like putting mulch in your flower beds. It makes things look so good. So Paul is already gone to get another load of gravel so we can finish up. But there is a giveaway attached to this video. So Gardener Supply is giving away a $500 gift card again, which is so awesome. All you have to do to enter that giveaway is leave a comment below this video and just say what you would buy with that $500 gift card from Gardeners. Quick side note about the giveaway, just be cautious, you guys, there's so many scammers out there. When we respond to the winner of the giveaway, it'll be from the official Garden Answer YouTube channel. It'll have a little gray check mark next to it. We will also put the name of the winner in the description of this video once the winner has been chosen. So if you get some random message, you can always come to the description of this video and verify if it's actually true. Gardeners is also offering 15% off with code LAURA3323 of orders over $149 for the next 7 days. Okay, let's take a quick look at this area and I'll kind of explain some of the things we're going to tackle today. As a quick recap, this area is 14 feet wide. I don't know if you say wide or deep. Anyway, it's 14 feet this way, and we've come approximately like 37 or 38 feet out this way. We have several of the copper capped raised beds. These are so pretty. This is a 3x3 size. This is a 3x6 size. We have these little cute gray wood veg trug containers. We did have these planted up. I had some early spring stuff in here, and when we planted them up, we then had a few nights that were in the mid-20s, and the stuff just wasn't quite ready. The flowers are fine, but they looked kind of sad. So we took the flowers out, we have them potted, and we groomed them all up, and they should be fine. But I'm going to plant these up with herbs and strawberries today. There's also this one right here is I think it's a premium cedar raised bed. I can't remember the exact name, but it's a little bit of a different size because we wanted to create a little bit more of an opening in this area, because we did intend on putting an arbor and a fence in here, and this is kind of like the entryway area. We did decide to hold off on the arbor and the fence for now. It is kind of a tight area. When you put a fence up, I came here the other day and I experimented with it. I set up the arbors that we ordered to come in, and the arbors were a little bit large. They were actually taller than the greenhouse, so the scale was a little bit off. So I think we need to find maybe some different arbors that are not quite as big, and then we can experiment with the fence at that point. But I think Alyssa wants to just live with it the way it is now, and just see if she likes having it a little bit more open. But you can see she's got some seascape strawberry plants already in. That's so exciting, and the drip system is working. And there's also some lettuce up in this bed. See those? Oh, it's so fun. We also set up this Oasis hexagon greenhouse, which is so cute. I hadn't seen one that was this shape before, and it's really a beautiful centerpiece in this area. So it's 8 foot around, I guess. And we are going to be putting a potting bench and some shelving and stuff in here today. I'm very excited about that. And we did plant some arborvitae, some North Poles back here to create a really nice green backdrop one day. But the gravel, you guys, oh, we need to do a little bit of sweeping and touch up, but it looks so nice. This is kind of what it looked like before. There were a bunch of weeds and then a bunch of dirt from us, and then just some stuff we needed to rake up. So anyway, we're gonna finish this area as soon as Paul gets back. Here's our pile of stuff. We've got multiple boxes to open up and things to set up. I'm so excited to see what's in all of these. So what we're gonna do is just do that. We're gonna get everything out, put together. I think we've got all the necessary tools we need. We'll finish up the gravel, and then we'll tour you through and show you everything that ends up in this space. I'm so very excited about it. All right, guys, the initial setup of this space is done and I love it. I'm so excited for Alyssa. Standing on the far end, look at this. This once unused space now has so many different uses. I mean, fruit and vegetable production, starting seeds. There's the nectarine tree. We got that potted today. There's a compost bin. There's a fire pit area for Alyssa to either enjoy a fire on any night or entertain or whatever. So let's start on this end and work our way down. Now I'm going to back all the way up so you can see how much space is actually left in this area. There's quite a bit, so you really could, move the fire bowl out if you wanted to fit more chairs. New gravel was super nice. Now the type that was here, I don't know, it had a very dark black, almost kind of blue look to it. The stuff we spread over the top was called black and tan. It was the closest thing we could find to match what she already had here, and it's in the size mini. So it's usually 1/2 inch to 3/4 inch chip. It's not like a round rock, it's more of a chip, so it packs easily and it's very easy to walk on. And it really did a good job. It was easy to spread, and it blended nicely with what was here. And it's just like putting mulch in flower beds. It just makes everything look so tidy and fresh. We redid the firewood so that it was a little bit more slim, took up less space. The fire bowl came from Gardener Supply. So it's 2 pieces, the bottom and then the bowl part, very lightweight, so it's easy to move around, which is quite nice. Also has a cover that goes with it and a grate if you wanted to cook out here. We ran to Home Depot and picked up these are inexpensive chairs. They're lightweight, easy to stack. So if, she doesn't want to have this stuff out here all the time, she could easily stack these things up and pop them in the garage and it would not be a hard chore at all. We chose blue because she picked out a compost crock that I'll show you that has blue in it. So it kind of like ties together a bit. Moving on, CEDAR compost bin. Isn't this nice looking? It was really easy to put together as well. Now I saved the paper because it had a note on how much could fit in here. The CEDAR compost bin holds over 16 cubic feet. That's 13.5 bushels of compost. So the top, you can open it up, look in, oh my. Or if you want to open it this way, you can do that. I think it looks really nice with the raised beds we have here, and I think that'll be a really fun project. Okay, first in these 3x3 beds, which I need to do a little work on this one, these are the Titan tomato frames. This is what we use in our garden. This is the small size, which is really a handy size to have. I want to say maybe they're 3 foot, but the wonderful thing about these, I think the biggest benefit is that they clip together, so you can clip them apart at the end of the season and store them flat. Tomato frames are really hard to store if they don't collapse. So anyway, we've switched pretty much to all those. In our own garden at least. I've got the tall ones as well, and I did order some tall ones for this space. I just didn't know with the obelisks, because there's some gorgeous obelisks in here, if she'll need them. So we're just gonna kind of wait on that and see if Alyssa finds a need for those. But the short ones work great for so many different things. And I remember the first time I got these, because they're plastic and they kind of wobble around a little bit. Most tomato frames do until you get them firmly in the ground. And I wondered with our high winds and heavy tomatoes if they would hold. And we had like 30 some tomato plants right out in the middle of our pasture before we had started to develop the property. And I mean, so there was no break from the wind at all, and those things held with huge tomato plants on them. So that's when I became a believer. Next up, bamboo cloches. Aren't those awesome? I mean, don't even have to use them as a cloche. You want to use it as a basket for some throws and pillows? Go for it. Like, you could use some of those next to your chairs. Love these. So I would probably, if I was protecting something from rabbits, if you were dealing with animal pressure and you wanted to help your plants, establish, I'd probably pop a couple landscape staples in to help keep them down. That's just me talking from a high windy area. There's 2 more sitting there in the greenhouse. And then we have these obelisks. These are the same ones we had in our raised bed garden for several years. Now we got them in the 7-foot size, and I'm not sure why I didn't order the 5 because we ended up leaving one of the rungs, one of the levels out so that they were a little bit shorter. But it is kind of nice because we're gonna just hang on to those. They're in the garage, and if she wants something a little bit taller, she can just pop another rung in there, and she's got a taller trellis essentially. And I used those as tomato frames for many years. So it kind of brings a little bit of a formal touch, and I just popped them here. She may move them somewhere else. I just thought that would be a really pretty vertical accent in here. Now the containers that I planted up today, really simple, but I kind of love it. So there's a couple of perennial violas, and then I left the tag for the herbs. So there's a gold lemon thyme, beautiful variegation, and that will fill in. And then another seascape strawberry. So there might be little strawberries dangling. That one matches. More obelisks right there. And then in the containers right next to the greenhouse, did a little mini herb garden. So we've got some giant flowered chives right here. This is a Bergarten sage, and the, can't remember the name of this. Hold on, I got the tag. It's a rosemary. Bonnie Jean rosemary. Cute little trailer that will go over the front of the containers. Seemed appropriate to have little mini herb gardens out here. Okay, now, oh, isn't that perfect? This is the Veg Trug potting table. It was really easy to put together. I am not a huge fan of putting things together, so when I get something that just kind of comes together easily, oh, yes. And it's made out of cedar. I can actually smell it standing right here in the doorway. Oh, there's bees. The bees have found us. But I think this will be really nice because you've got like the galvanized top here. I know she's got a little potting tray she'll probably put out here. This is the compost crock, which will probably go in the kitchen. So you put your stuff in there and then you can bring it out to your composter. But there's these hooks, which these are all moldable, like you can move them around wherever you want, little shelves for some things. There's the bamboo cloches, and then this shelving right here. Super easy to pop together, but that'll be nice for containers, extra soil, or plants, honestly. And then around the back here, I wanted to put a large container with this miniature nectarine tree. This is the same variety that we potted up on the back of Monica's porch for her garden as well. And I think this is going to be so fun to have some fruit production like this. I actually bought that nectarine early this spring, not really knowing exactly where it was going to go. And then I thought, okay, I've got 2 regular size nectarine trees that produce a ton. I don't really need to put a miniature anywhere, but this is the perfect situation to find those dwarf or miniature varieties and tuck them in so that, you know, even if you have a small space, you can enjoy that kind of fruit production. But boy, did that gravel help. Helped so much. Just make the space look cleaned up and unified. Now, I forgot my emitters. Not my emitters, my couplers. So I have drip here, and I have the little drip tube, which I can pop right into our drip line right here as soon as I bring the right parts back. Which means that all of this stuff, the tree, the evergreens, the containers, and the raised beds are all on drip. And they're hooked into a timer, so this whole space should be pretty, I mean, it won't be hands off, clearly. I mean, you got to keep your eyes peeled just in case there's an issue with the drip. And then of course with vegetable gardening, you're out here harvesting all the time. But in terms of having to stand out and water, or make sure if you leave town somebody can come water for you, that will not happen. A couple other things that we have that didn't end up in the vegetable garden. This sweet little copper bird bath. It just pops right down into the soil. We filled it up. I put a couple rocks in there so bees could land. I think it's just a really pretty sweet accent. And then we have the rainwater urn, which can hold up to 65 gallons of water. We don't do a tremendous amount of rain barrels around here, or you don't see them a lot around here because we typically don't get a ton of rain. But we've had so much rain this spring that honestly, like, it would have been really nice to fill up some rain barrels when we were enjoying the rainstorms that were coming through. This one, we don't have the right stuff to connect it. So we'll have to come back and do that. But what you do is redirect your downspout. I don't know any of the right terminology. Gutter. That's not a gutter though. That's a downspout, right? No, geez. Anyway, you redirect it and you can pop it right down in here. This top comes off. There's a little filter that catches any debris, leaves and stuff like that. And then you can either like hook a hose here and, you know, use the faucet, or there's also this way as well. You can hook a hose to the end of that. So that'll be really interesting, I think. My mother-in-law, Erin's mom, she has a rain barrel and uses it quite a lot. So anyway, I think it'll be really kind of fun to have one of these, and nearby this space as well. So here's a backed up look. This is the view from kind of the back patio area. Isn't it just the sweetest setup? And for now, I'm kind of happy not to have a fence in the way of all the pretty things that are in this space. You'll really get to see all of the plants once they start to grow and really enjoy it to, you know, the fullest. Not to say that we won't put in a fence and arbors like we initially thought, but I think we'll probably hold off at least for part of this season, maybe until next season, then make a decision if she feels like, no, I kind of want that coziness, which, you know, putting the picket fence, that adds charm. Like, charm level goes way up and it does make for a really sweet space, but sometimes it's nice to have the breathing space too. So if you can try it both ways and not, you know, go to the work of putting in the fence and then feel like it's a little bit too tight, I don't know. That's where, like, my I usually like to go a little bit slower when it comes to decisions like that. So anyway, this is kind of my speed. Oh, I'm so excited for her to see this. So much fun. Anyway, guys, that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Gardener Supply, for all the things that you sent out and for partnering with us on this project. It's been such a fun one, and I'm just so excited for Alyssa that she'll have the space to work in and that we get to see it throughout the season as well. And you guys don't forget to enter that giveaway, $500 gift card from Gardener Supply. Leave a comment below this video and we'll choose a winner in I think about a week or so. And the 15% off, orders over $149, code Laura3323. That lasts for a week as well. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I appreciate it so much. And we will see you in the next one. Bye.